Alright. So, I just thought I would make this video for anyone curious about what the remaster of Final Fantasy XII looks and sounds like. And if you've never seen Final Fantasy XII before, hopefully it interests you. So let's begin the new game. I really enjoy the opening cinema. It tells more story than most, I would say many RPGs do in their entire storylines. Yes, I went either. Yeah. Subtitles are good. Speed mode. Yeah, why not? Absolutely English. This has excellent voice acting, and I want to hear it. I'll hear what the reorchestrated soundtrack looks like. Looks good. Alright, let's see what that's like. Let's see how improved this looks. The various races that live in the world. Kind of Phantom Menace-y.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Follow.
Well, we're having a walking scene.
Launch an attack by both land and air. Our kingdom will stand little.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible.
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Very, very Phantom Menace-y.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
fortress is lost! We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield your sight, their failing light.
It's over! For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
All right. See what I mean? There was a whole arc in that opening movie.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute.
I wonder why they capitalized.
Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Romanos, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
Memoirs of Marquis Andor IV. He typically likes to... The guy who made the game, Yasumi Matsuno, typically likes to...
You there? Can you hear me?
Have those framing devices for his stories.
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland.
Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole.
Well, can you stand?
Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
Jeez.
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
The fire looks pretty good.
Found them! Over there!
Bosler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Can tell it was a PS2
Godspeed.
game, but it looks better than any PS2 game ever looked. I like the motion blurring effect they put in those games.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it.
It keeps the panning from
We
making
move!
everything look cheap and fakey. This was the first Final Fantasy game that let you control the camera to look in environments. So, Final Fantasy XII is probably my favorite Final Fantasy for several reasons. The first being that it has an extremely good sense of place because it allows you to look around your surroundings for the first time. And so you'll see this in a bit when this opening section ends, but you can actually look around and see the roofs of buildings for the first time while you're inside them, the ceilings. You know, they really took care to build a world and make it feel lived in, vibrant. And right now they're kind of breaking the narrative to let you know about talk icons. Oh, I'm sure he'll get through this perfectly fine. Now let's see. Ah, I found the 4 times movement button. It's pretty interesting. How do I turn it off? Ah. Press L and R at the same time. I like the little comic book icons that they brought with them from the game Vagrant Story that the same guy worked on. It kind of gives it a bit of a stylistic pop. music, of course. It sounds really good. Basically explaining how to tell if you aggroed an enemy or who you're targeting in battle, since it's no longer using the active time battle menu-based stuff that it used to. Basically, the way this game works is that while you can choose things from a menu, you usually shouldn't have to unless you're in a boss battle. So, for right now, I'm gonna choose... Well, I'm gonna see what I have in items. I got a couple potions. Magics... I can cure myself. I can do thunder. So, I will just attack this guy. I targeted him. The little blue arrows show that other people are targeting him. And he's gone. And these are the rest of the people in my party. So let's see. Not much going on there. I can change the things there if I need to, so see what happens. Well, let me change the soundtrack to the original and see if I can tell the difference. Can't really say how that I can. Supposedly reorchestrated with actual instruments versus the synth that they were using originally.
Captain?
Yeah, I can tell the difference on this track. I need to choose attack. So the boss, my stars up there, is a little different than just depending on the numerical readout like you normally would. This battle's pretty much a cakewalk. Let me see if I can use magic. I have no idea if that did anything. Oh, he's using a that you don't use.
Lion, this is Sunbury. My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Sunbury disengaging.
Why would you choose those as code names? Getting some automatic healing. see things just kind of happen automatically without you having to think too hard about it when you're exploring environments like this. I'll keep using the orchestrated one. I'm gonna put this on double speed and see what happens. Try that out. So this is the map. Further on in the game, you really need to use these things to find your way around, because the maps can get pretty complex. But let's see the new edition of the overlay map. Well, that's neat. It's pretty useful. I could see myself using that.
Vossler! Where are you?
What if Captain Azulis has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex!
Well, let's go this way. See what this is about. Nope. Not a big fat zilch. Hoping that wasn't one of the treasure chests I'm not supposed to open. Because there's 12 treasure chests that you're just not supposed to open in this game. This really does make battles zip along. Okay. Can't go that way. Save my game. I put about 140 hours in my first playthrough of Final Fantasy XII, because I did most things in the game. I couldn't get a Zodiac spear, which is the weapon that you can screw yourself out of if you open the wrong chest at the wrong time. And I didn't go for the super ultra mega bosses because I value my time a little too much. Realize that's a silly thing to say after I just said that I spent 140 hours on a game, but there you go.
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Oh, now the game's just trying to make sure you've got it handled on your own. So after he dies, he won't just attack the next person. You have to select the next person to attack. Okay. Gonna kill myself. There we go. It's got a good sense of place. Briefly take us off of times to make sure that I'm not running in the wrong direction. Yeah. As I thought, I was supposed to be going this way. What happened?
Your Majesty. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Damaska to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain, I
wonder why his voice is different.
Seize the insurgents!
Hello!
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And to think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
It's all very sad.
Vaughn.
Surprise.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life.
Or has she?
Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Ramenos, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death.
Is that so?
They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
Yasumi Matsuno, the guy who made this game, often uses historical texts that differ from actual history to kind of as plot devices. Kind of showing you that the things that get put in history books aren't exactly what actually happened, and now here comes the actual main character.
Vaughn! Hurry it up or they'll find us!
I know. Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3 more. All right.
So now
time
we're
to clean house.
Down to killing sewer rats. Or dire rats, I'm sorry. I wasn't giving them proper respect. There we go. Now I'm actually getting experience for things. Where did it go? Ah, there.
Wow, Vaughn! You got him all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now.
Back then, I can't really stress enough how
That's enough for today.
different it was to have these actual
You should get back to
3D
Miguel's place,
environments
Kites.
to run around in.
Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops, totally forgot.
Up until now, Final Fantasy was purely
You should come, Vaughn.
painted backdrops
He's
like
busy
in a
today.
16-bit or
Might have some work for you to do, too.
32-bit entries.
I've got other, work to do.
And then Final Fantasy
Lock this
X
place up for me,
were
will you?
basically
If
just
Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
dioramas that you could run around in. This is the first time where you actually got to run around freely, move the camera around, you know, act as if you were in an actual living, breathing world. And there's actually people running, these worlds are populated by characters that you know, aren't just, you know, the 5 NPCs in the town that give you quest lines.
You haven't paid, and I
haven't paid. There's monsters outside. Be
Please,
careful.
take it. It's a gift.
Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Your luck, peddler.
Oops, sorry.
Well, I wonder if on
Which
the
way you
road.
going, Charles?
What? My pouch! It's gone!
The localization of this game is so freaking good. It uses
Get out the
words
way.
like churl.
Oh!
So Van is basically Aladdin.
Hey, that's mine.
What do you mean, yours? You've been stealing again. What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaughn. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans. Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this?
They fixed Von's obs. He no longer has abdominal that looks spray painted on.
One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own. I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon.
The cutscene direction is really a cut above.
Miguelo had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place.
3D Final Fantasy.
It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
In Final Fantasy X, they typically use the same stale camera pans and character positions and everything. Now there's actual direction, you know, the camera moves places, it shows interesting angles, people aren't frozen in place. Now let's look at this. It's basically telling me how to use the map. Go to the glory part. So I think I'm going to reacquaint myself with this game. I'm going to do it in just normal speed. I like that these characters are just sort of having their own party here, and you can make up your own stories for why this little boy is laughing with a pig man. So there's these people that you can't even talk to, but they're there because they make this place look lived in. And these character models don't have all that many polygons to them, but they still look decent, especially since this was a PS2 game. Let's see what happens if I go over here. So that's the place I came from. So the green bubbles will show you who you can actually talk to. Yeah. That was not worth $1. So, I believe these lizard people are called Banga. If you're a Final Fantasy nut, you might remember them from being one of the races of characters in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, which is also made by Yasumi Matsuno, who made this game, and they're set in the same world, more or less. Wistful Banga. So there's an evil empire. Surprise, surprise. This is a really good remastering because it's not so different that it calls a bunch of attention to itself, but it's more like what you remember the original game sounding like, not necessarily what it did sound like. And now let's see how close up we can get to this pig taint. pretty close. That is not a lot of fabric going on underneath there. So yeah, Rabanastre is a tropical place, which makes all of this vegetation seem really ostentatious. It's a magic shop. Should really go see Miguelo first. Okay, whatever. Oh, it's a named character. Oh. There's all these areas that you can't go into. I like how you can tell what this guy's voice is supposed to be like just by reading this text. So the Sand Sea. Can't go in there yet. It's not Miguelo's shop. No. Okay, gee. Can't really go anywhere until I do this. Techniques are, I believe, where you buy the techniques that you can use in battle later on. So I want to at least show you guys a battle. I can only remember where... Go. Time to look at my handy dandy. So it's that way. I was on the exact opposite direction. Oh, it's a little Moogle. If you like Final Fantasy, you probably know what a Moogle is. These are probably the cutest versions of Moogles. Okay, here's a cutscene.
Ah, Vaughn, I was waiting.
Penelo said you needed something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier. In the morning, perhaps he ran into some trouble out in the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
Sounds like
no
a level
problem.
1
The
quest.
desert teams with trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the Sand Sea.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too. I can't leave my shop, and I've Penelo on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the Sand Sea and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
Are you paying him? Good thing I walked by the Sand Sea on my way over here, so I know exactly where I need to go. Whoop. It's the tavern. Look at how well designed this place is. It looks like it could be like an actual like...
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Look, Vaughn, look! This is
Good
it!
textures, too.
This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
A creature spotted in the Ester Sand. What is that thing?
Ah, Vaughn! Miguelo sent you too, did he? He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever. Say, Tomaj, what's this?
Nah, don't remind me.
Vaughn's acting could be
Got
better.
some nastiness out there in the Ester Sand. What's stopping our couriers? And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right. Vaughn, you should give it a shot.
And you should be getting back to Miguelo. Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
I like how a little boy is way more responsible in Miguelo's eyes than Vaughn is. This is basically the monster hunting guild. Yeah, why not? It's been 10 years since I played the game. A rogue tomato. It's possibly the cutest monster in the game. Alright. Rogue tomato. I love it. Alright. So... this is the big change in this version of the game. In the old one, everybody used the same license board, which was basically how you got all of your abilities, which meant everyone could do everything once you bought it. Now, there are specific license boards for different jobs, and once someone becomes a job, that's it. That's who they are. So... once I choose Vaughn's job, that's it. So, this is based off of the Japanese international version of it. I think it was called the Zodiac job system. So, Vaughn is apparently good at everything. So let me look up real quick what Vaughn would be best at, because I heard Vaughn is good at everything, but he might be best at one particular thing. I wonder, is that like a thief? looks like it might be Thief Life. Yeah, I guess. Is that who he should be, though? Shikari. I think I will. Yeah, I'm gonna make him a Shikari. Oh boy. Hope I don't regret this. Now I can equip the armament that I got. And as you can see, it shows you whether or not you have the item that you're buying the permission to use, so you don't have to spend points on things that you don't really have. So it looks like I already have permission to use daggers, leather caps, and bought one for my armlet. So let's equip it. Bam! Barely worth equipping. This is one of the coolest things in the game. Looking up information on your monsters. The bestiary is really cool because you have these little, you get to see the character models for them, and then you get to read little bits and pieces, and the more that you kill, the more lore you unlock. Because if after you kill a certain amount of rats, you unlock a little thing off to the side that lets you, that kind of explains a little bit about the background of the world, which is pretty neat. Traveler's tips, basically explaining how to play the game for the people that don't get it. Alright. This is a fun place. Got these races gathered around, talking peacefully, getting along. Makes me wish that the world we lived in was like this. So, I guess I just need to go to the Eastern Gate. Is this it? No, that's not it. Is this? That's not it. Is this it? Ooh. It's not the way out, but it was pretty, wasn't it? I think this might be the actual way out. Now that's Southgate, which explains why it's in the south. I see. You gotta go this way.
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the, Consul's dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed, Miguelo. I just hate to see the Consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man. I'm not one to take offense in such trifling matters. Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the Consul waiting. Right. Gates are closed after this.
That's what I thought. Alright. All sorts of people over here. I'm just gonna save my game here. There we go, getting it saved. It's gonna annoy me how long it takes to save a game. Anything more than just like a fraction of a second makes me impatient these days. Whoa. This music, this area is great. There's this huge T-Rex that can just wreck you right away if you don't watch yourself. It's great. It's so much fun. Look at this little, look at him. It's a cacti. Just running along, minding its business until you decide that it has to die. I got a cactus fruit. Ah! All the memories are flooding back. Look at this, just...
Yeah.
Showing me I'm getting some license points for doing this. What happens if I try to fight a wolf? I can tell they reorchestrated this track. I broke a chain because I killed something that wasn't cacti. Uh-oh, they're ganging up on me. Might be in trouble. But I leveled up. Let's see, what have I got for techniques? I got steel. Well, okay, I haven't tried that yet. items. I got a potion. Let's try it. Alright, there's my prey, the rogue tomato. This little son of a gun. I'm gonna try to steal. Crap. I'm gonna see if there's more I can steal. Damn it. A pebble is just about the worst thing that you can steal in this game. They've got almost no use. It's the RNG for you. Yep. Ran away. The sense of adventure. Ah! Now, normally, I wouldn't have to do anything for these things, because I would have gambits to be able to fight this battle for me, but unfortunately, the game hasn't let me use gambits yet. Oh, I killed the rogue tomato dead.
Galbana lilies? Never thought I'd see him growing out here. This'll make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
So, I don't have very many potions. I might need to save them, so I might as well head back. But that's more or less the start of this game. It's pretty cool, everyone. I recommend it.